John 1:14 states, and the Word was made flesh. When God speaks a word of prophecy, it must be received with joy. The believer must also totally trust in God's ability to bring it to pass. Such is the case of Perfecting Church. Shortly after moving to 7616 East Nevada in 1996, the Lord impressed upon me that it would be the privilege and responsibility of Perfecting Church to build God a house. Preparing to close on what we thought would be our new home, the deal just fell through. Miraculously, when that door closed, another door opened, and the Lord sent us an opportunity, a beautiful conduit that would connect the east with the west, the north with the south, the miracle at 7 Mile and Movement. Securing the commitment for a $34 million loan from two leading financial institutions for the building of the new church, it seemed as if the project was on its way when the financial crisis of 2008 hit, bringing it to a screeching halt. Rather than wait for the crisis to end, we began to build without a loan, believing that God would supply all of our needs. The steel for the building lay on the ground for over 2 years when the first miracle began to happen. After driving to church for Tuesday 6 a.m. prayer and asking God to do something, I received a call from the builder, Ro Mesner, offering to loan us the money to erect the steel. He told me that he would need Perfecting to put in $100,000 to secure a $500,000 loan to erect the steel. I said, okay. And that Sunday, I told the congregation what we needed, and the next miracle happened. Perfecting raised over $125,000, and the steel went up. At times, it seemed as if the task was too great, but we kept forging ahead. And before we knew it, the steel was erected, and we could see the vision coming to pass. After the steel was up, members and friends of Perfecting Church toured the grounds, placing their names and favorite scriptures on the beams. We have continued to this day, knowing that if we lift Jesus up, he would draw all men unto himself. I want to thank all of you that came, all of you that didn't, and all of you that come. God bless you, and I look forward to seeing you in the chapel. The raising of the cross was the raising of our hopes and the raising of our belief that God would use us in these end times to lift up a standard of holiness and righteousness. The members and friends of Perfecting have been unbelievable. Through many sacrificial gifts, offerings, events, over $17 million have poured into this project. We have paid off $10 million that was owed for the land acquisition and the steel. You have been phenomenal. In 2022, I felt led to expedite the building project and seek financing to bring the project to completion. So the work began again. The Perfecting Church Board of Directors interviewed builders and architects. Strangely enough, we decided to ramp up the project. And when we did, the devil decided he wanted to ramp up his efforts against us. Out of nowhere, the city filed a frivolous lawsuit against us. It would be through many lengthy meetings and negotiations the lawsuit was settled because of the prayers of the saints. Miracle number 3. My brother-in-law, Pastor James Lowe, introduced me to his bank, Dennis Phillips of the First Bank of Owasso. Dennis came to Detroit and met with the Perfecting Church Board of Directors. And even though we were discussing millions of dollars, he explained it also had to be a spiritual connection. Not only does an applicant have to qualify for receiving a loan, but their board actually prays to get confirmation in their spirit before their approval. Perfecting submitted the application, necessary paperwork, and the bank said yes to $17 million for the completion of the new edifice. This process has been intense. Every I has to be dotted, every T has to be crossed before a bank loans you $17 million. Just one example is meeting the title company requirements. Our chief executive officer and lawyer had to work through over 500 title issues. PC, we are on our way, and I want you to appreciate the labor that has gone into this task. We will continue the work until we march into our edifice, March of 2026. And the vision continues to grow. The next proposal before us is the opportunity for housing. Perfecting is acquiring another 15 acres of contiguous land for the purpose of offering a chance for first-time homeowners, seniors, and low-income families to improve their lives and enhancing the quality of life in the city of Detroit. Ministry means people, so let's band together that the generations to come will benefit from our efforts, and they too will say, "And the Word became flesh."
Oh, come on, church.